here in the Eric Liddell Peace Garden, and I'm with Mary Taylor, who's the pastoral assistant here at the church, and it's a church that Eric Liddell actually preached in. So hello, Mary.
Hello, yes, you're very welcome to the Eric Liddell Peace Garden.
And do you want to just take us in a little walkthrough of the garden here?
Yes, certainly. Well, let's start with over here. A Be Still corner.
Be Still, yeah.
Thinking of Eric's favourite hymn, Be Still My Soul.
Okay.
And then if you're coming that bit, then you're coming here. This is thinking about, we'll be having the Olympics in summer. And we're going to have grasses and other things, remembering Eric's running. So that'll be in there. And some golden plants and some grasses. And we've also got, there's a bug hut and a bird box from Holy Island.
Okay. From down in Lindisfarne, is that?
That's right,
yeah.
yes, I got them there and I thought that was a nice little link and connection.
Okay.
So if you come around here, we have this various people who are from the church and from the Eric Liddell community have been involved in this garden. So we've been working on it together, which is really nice, both church and community working together on a Wednesday afternoon. We're led by Fee Brown from the Eric Liddell community, who is a horticulturalist and has been recommending plants we get. So here we have, we're hoping to have a herb garden. Different herbs, biblical herbs. The first plant that went in here was thyme.
Okay. And these are all herbs that are mentioned in the Bible, so that
We're going to, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we come around the corner a little bit further. Some more bulbs have been planted, but this is thinking about peace and reconciliation and the fact that Eric was in China and the links with Japan, so we're thinking about that particularly. Eric's discipleship and his being a man of integrity and of peace. So we thought in the peace and reconciliation part we would have plants linked to different parts of the world.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more later on about his residency in China and also his internment in a Japanese prisoner of war camp as well, or a prisoner camp rather than a prisoner of war camp. And again, the reconciliation between the Japanese and the Chinese here.
Yes, so that's all part of the story of the garden. It's very much an ongoing, just in a year, what can happen. And we're hoping that this will be a place where people will come and sit and feel welcome and feel it as a place of peace.
Because it is quite peaceful here, because we will do a film outside, because we're actually in a very, very busy area of Edinburgh. The area is known as Holy Corner. I mentioned before that Scots are very irreverent in that regard, and that we say it as it is. So there's Holy Corner because there's a church in every corner, and we'll show you that when we go outside. And you mentioned earlier when we were just off camera that it's only been nominated as a peace garden, Eric Liddell's Peace Garden, for about a year, so it's really work in progress.
Yes, very much so, a work in progress. But hopefully we're going to have a dedication in the summertime. We're planning to do that in August, to dedicate the garden and to have a garden party.
Excellent. Do we get invites?
Oh, well, we'll have to let you know.
And you mentioned earlier that it might, on the wall there might be development of a mural here.
Yes, that's right. We're thinking about with Eric there, and also we hope to get some of the school children involved. We thought that would be a nice idea. Yeah. And some of the after school children, and they've shown an interest in possibly. And we have here EL 100, so made out of bulbs.
So the Eric Liddell 100 years, celebrating the 100 years since the Paris Olympics in 1924. Here we go.
Well, we come over here and we have a little garden shed. The judo people have now got judo mats are in there, so we've now got a nice little new garden shed. But this part here is plants that folk from the church have suggested. Like we've got forget-me-not, we'll have Lily of the Valley, heather, remembering Eric's middle daughter, and we've been delighted to have Patricia, Eric's oldest daughter, and her husband Mervyn, and Sue Kate and Emma, her cousin. They came and they were in the garden. They were in this garden. Last summer.
Excellent. And you did mention a pink carnation as well?
Yes, well done. The pink carnations, which we actually had a wreath of in the church because we were remembering for Eric and Florence's wedding bouquet, that there were pink carnations in that.
Excellent. So you've got plants and flowers to commemorate his life, his times, and also his marriage to his wife as well. So it's a little bit the garden commemorates every little part of his life. And we're going to be talking more about his life when we go next door to the Eric Liddell Centre as well. So Mary, thank you very much. And thank you for giving us access here. And we're going to be looking at another one of your the stained glass window in the church, because this is a church where Eric actually preached. And we're going to...
He was a member of.
And he was a member of. And we're going to go inside now and we're going to have a look at the window. So thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you. It's lovely having you around here in the garden, and we hope you'll come back again and watch it developing.
And if you don't know if the camera can probably pick it up, but you can hardly hear the traffic. All you can hear, I can hear the spring birds. They're getting a bit louder now. And we're here in a lovely sunny afternoon, springtime here in Edinburgh. So again, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for giving us access in here.
You're very welcome.
We're actually in the church now, the church space, where he preached. He was an ordained minister, and big connections here. So we've got Mary here, and I just want to ask her a few questions about the history of the church and the significance of the windows. So maybe come in a little bit more. Okay, so would you like to tell me something about the window, maybe the artist and when it was made here, and also when Eric Liddell's name became strongly associated with the area and the Eric Liddell Centre? Yeah.
Right, well, we have this window which went up in 2012 at the time of the London Olympics. It was a gracious gift given by Jim Armstrong, who was a member here, as we were remembering Eric Liddell, a member who inspired so many people and touched so many folks' lives right out into the world. His Christian example and gifts of care, compassion, integrity, and his faith shone through all he did. And if you look up at that window, you will see there are musical notes for the tune of Be Still My Soul, which was Eric's favourite hymn. You also see the words there, those who honour me, I will honour. Those were words that were given to Eric by a fellow competitor when he was running in the London Olympics. And you can see Eric depicted in the race there of the Olympics.
And I imagine that when the movie Chariots of Fire came out, there was a huge interest in the areas where Eric Liddell had actually been and connected with here in Edinburgh. And I know that he also preached in the Scottish church in Paris with his famous sermon when he was not going to run the 100 metres, which was an iconic part of the movie also. But it reminds me a bit of the film by actually looking at the window here. And do you get many people coming here knowing that Eric Liddell has had a connection? You've seen the movie and it's stimulated their interest? Yeah.
There's certainly more and more people are coming and are showing an interest, and it's good. We now have things on the Morningside United Church website. We are working very closely with the Eric Liddell community, sharing ideas, sharing activities, and there are going to be tea dances in the hall that we've just come through. They had their first tea dance, and we're going to have another set of tea dances. So the Eric Liddell community, we are working closely together, promoting and thinking about Eric's legacy, and also the online streams that are now available.
Yeah, good.
And different ages. You know, it's so good that Eric's life touches different things in education, culture, sport, and now the faith stream. We're all going to be online.
Yeah. So he actually preached here in this church.
He was in this church, yes, and also Pew 21 was the family pew.
Right. I believe there were descendants, not relatives, of Eric Liddell still around, yeah?
Yes,
yeah.
his daughter is here last summer. She came in July, and we were delighted to welcome her and her husband Mervyn, who had been involved here as a minister. And Sue Caton, Eric's niece, lives not very far away, and we've been working with her closely too.
Is this quite an active church today?
Yes, it is, yes. We have a new transition minister, Sarah Moore, who is very much involved in Aberdeen and also in the Synod and in General Assembly of the United Reformed Church.
Yeah, because the United Reformed Church isn't the Scottish Presbyterian Church, and some people might be quite interested to know what the difference is. Yeah.
The United Reformed Church came into being in Scotland on the 1st of April, easy day to remember, 1st of April 2000. So next year we will be marking 25 years since it happened in the Barony Hall, when the United Reformed Church, Churches of Christ and the Scottish Congregational Church came together to form the Synod of Scotland of the United Reformed Church. There are 13 synods of the United Reformed Church.
Yeah, and it's a rather beautiful building, and the architecture is quite stunning, of course, as is this window, which is amazing. And as an artist myself, I'm kind of taken with it, and it's so great to have a window as a memorial to a great figure, because of course the light and the sky coming through so connects with all his good deeds and Christian beliefs and so on as well. So, lovely thing to see. Thank you very much, Mary.
You're very welcome.
Much appreciate that.